Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Who do you think, Joe, needs another title more, Steph or Bron?
Ooh.
I'll say Bron. I say Bron.
So?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I say Bron. Even though they won one, even though he's won one already in LA, right. In the bubble, I think him get another one. I mean, he already, to a lot of people, he's their GOAT. Man, he's gonna have all the records when he's done, man. For him to capitalize and have another championship in LA
at the age of 40.
I think it'll. Yeah. What? I think it'll look what he's doing at 40, man. This is crazy. So we kind of get on him, at times when he's not playing great, but you still have to realize that man 40 years old and he's still out there putting up elite numbers.
He's gonna end the season averaging 24, 8, and 8 at the age of 40. Yeah. A guy that's 25 averaging 24, 8, and 8, that's a max contract guy. The guy's gonna get 350, and he's 40.
Hello.
Hey, Joe, you think they hold LeBron at a different standard? Obviously, because of who he is, what he's been able to do, the longevity, the consistency, to be in year 22, to playing the way he's playing at 40. If you ask me, I think maybe Steph would be more suited to be one to maybe need another ring as opposed to LeBron. The way I see it, despite my lack thereof. Exquisite knowledge of basketball, it seems like his legacy is already cemented, whether he wins another one or not.
You talking about Steph?
No, I'm talking about LeBron.
Nah, I think because Bron has been great for so long. He's been in the game since he was 18, and man, 40 years old.
Yeah.
And he's played at a crazy level since he was 18, elite level. You know what I mean? So this is new to all of us. Every point that goes down for him is in history books. Like we're looking at the leading scorer in NBA history. So I know we take, we don't take that in you can't take that for granted for what he's doing and, having longevity and still playing at this high level. So, to some aspect, I want to see him win another one.
Joe, what I tell people.
Oh, mate.
Go ahead, Ocho.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Joe, I got to show you the ball LeBron gave me. He signed a 50K point ball for me.
Let me see that joint. Oh, Ocho, you gotta cut it out. You gotta chill. Ocho, you gotta chill. Hey, you gotta chill, my boy. Hey, you can't keep letting that man get away with this type of act, man. That man is on here tripping. Hey, you gotta chill.
Hey, Joe, what I tell people all the time, when you're a great player, and I'm sure you got this, they don't compare you to other players. They compare you to your younger self. As you started to get older, Joe, they say, man, I remember the 25-year-old Joe, he would have got that shot off. He'd have been able to get to the rim. He'd have been able to draw that foul. People looking at LeBron, they don't put forth zero. All they say, I remember LeBron would have rolled up and he'd have dunked it on him. I remember LeBron would have got all the way he'd got all the way to the rim. They're not looking at the age. All they do is compare you to a younger version of yourself.
Yeah, and obviously he don't have the athleticism that he once had, but he's so cerebral and smart at this stage and age of his game that it's even more impressive now to watch him than it is when he was 22 or 23.
Right.
Yeah, so I enjoy it. I enjoy how his game has evolved and how he's kept up with the Joneses. Because when I came into the game, Unc and Ocho, guys wasn't pump faking and side stepping and none of that. They wasn't doing none of that. So, he's learned all that as he's continued to play, and he's added and implemented so many different things in his game.
The three ball, because he wasn't a heavy three ball shooter when he got into the league either. Now he has he has the three ball. That's what really has helped him, because he's top 10 in 3-point shots. We don't look over 11,000 rebounds, over 10,000 assists. We know the 40,000+ points, but something that we never thought that we would see, that LeBron James will be top 10 in 3-point. And so the evolution, guys that can evolve, the greatest trick to survival is adaptability. He had to be able to adapt to the game as it evolved. And you see some of the other guys couldn't adapt to the game. And even though they were pretty good players, I was listening to Melo talk. Melo said, man, I need to get to the mid-range. Well, they no longer wanted the mid-range because they don't value the mid-range. We need you to be a spot-up three-point shooter. We need you to be a catching three-point shooter.
Yeah. I think that's what's made him tough to guard, because if he's making that jump shot,
it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a good night for him tonight. So I think that's the key. Like, if he sees that first one go in, it's gonna be a long night for the defense. So he had you on your heels, because if he's making it, then you got to shake his hand. And he's had unbelievable nights from the three. From these past few years, especially this year.
It was a video game night for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak dropped a career high in assists. He became the first player in NBA history to have 35 points, 17 rebounds, 20 assists. The Bucks shot 52% from the three-point range. The Bucks are coming off a win against Tuesday, in which they shot 69% from the field, which was the highest in an NBA game since 1998, and almost 59% from the three-point range. Is there anybody, honestly, Joe, really, as well as Giannis has played, Cleveland has been the best team in the East record-wise, but is there anybody in the East that can challenge Boston?
Nah. But I'll tell you what, to start the season, I had the Bucks making some noise, man. I know it's been unfortunate, with Dame going out, with the calf injury, the blood clot thing. And, man, we can't expect these type of numbers from Giannis every night, man.
Right.
Man, he played out his mind tonight. And them other guys around him stepped up. They had to step up and make plays. Man, how many assists he
20.
had?
20. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And here's the thing.
He did everything.
And in the postseason, they don't let you get up and down. And Giannis is like, he likes to get up and down. He sees a crack. Yeah. And Giannis like a roach. He see a crack. He gonna slide through it now and get away from you so you can't squash it.
Every time.
Hey, in the playoffs, boxes and elbows, baby, you're gonna have to pass that thing. If them boys gonna make 8 to 9 threes together, okay, we gonna live with that. But you think you finna get to this rim and have a dunk fest all night? That we are not going.
Because when somebody has 20 assists, there are a lot of shots being made.
Man.
A lot of shots being made.
Yeah. And I think everybody chipped in tonight. They had a bunch of guys in double figures who made quite a few threes. So obviously Giannis had it going. If he had 35 points, 20 assists, and how many rebounds? He probably had about
17
19.
rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Man, them Ocho, them 2K numbers right there, baby.
Yeah, it is. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna go back to something you just said earlier, right, real quick, and it just dawned on me. You said out the East, there's no threat for the Celtics at all. Well, if there's no threat for the Celtics, basically you're saying they're going back to the NBA Finals.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if they're going back to the NBA Finals, who do you see them facing out the West? And do they even have a threat out the West, let alone forget the East?
Yeah, they got a threat out in the West, partner. Yeah, they got a threat.
Who that?
I like OKC, bro. I like OKC, not only because they got Shea, but because all them other dudes around them, they know their role and they defend, man. They defend. They sit down, they sit in their chair and play defense, Ocho, and in the playoffs, that's what it's gonna come down to. And they the youngest team in the NBA.
24 years.
Yeah, they are.
Man, they gonna be getting up and down all night. Shea gonna average probably 42 minutes a game in the playoffs.
Yep. Right.
Out of a 48-minute ball game, he probably barely gonna sit down. They ain't gonna do nothing
unless they blowing them out. And you try to blow somebody, try to get some rest like that. But other than that, your best players play. The MVP race is coming down to the wire. SGA is on pace to win his first scoring title. Right now, he's at 32.9 points a game. The Thunder record, 64-12. They have an outside chance to become the third team to win 70 games in the season. OK needs to win out to join the 95-96 Bulls and the 2015-16 Warriors as the only teams in NBA history to win 70 or more games in the regular season. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic, they just call him Yoke, is attempting to make history, becoming the third player to win 4 MVPs in a 5-year span. Joining LeBron, 2008 to 2012, he won 4. Bill Russell, 61 through 65. Unfortunately, Jokic is not going to win the MVP, just like the first guy to average a triple-double, Oscar Robertson, didn't win the MVP in that 61-62 season. Jokic is averaging 29.7 points a game. 12.8 rebounds a game, 10.2 assists a game, and he's shooting 54% from the field and 42% from the three. And unfortunately, Joe, he's not going to win the MVP.
Man, that dude is balling out of control. But I'm going to be honest with you. I love watching him play. I love how he plays at his own pace. And he makes guys around him better, too. He's a willing passer, which makes him harder to guard because you know if you double team, he's going to give it right up. And them dudes making shots around him. But to be honest, my pick would be Shea, too. I enjoy watching Shea. I love his poise and patience, you know, throughout the game. And like I say, defensively, he's always going to be tops and steals. He sits down, and play defense as well. So I love both players, man. But if I had a vote, mine would probably be Shea.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to be the same situation. Like we go back, Joe and I, being a student of the game, you go back and look at that 61-62 season. Bill Russell won the MVP, but that was the year that Wilt averaged 50 and 25. That was the first year Oscar had a 30-point triple-double. Jerry West averaged 30. Elgin Baylor was 30 and 18. Connie, you go back and look at that was statistically, that was the greatest offensive season on record. Go back and look at those guys and look at the numbers. You're like, hold on. And when you hear like Will average, how much did he average? Or Will average 50 and 25, no MVP. Oscar, 30-point triple.
He may average, 50 and 25?
And he didn't win the MVP. Bill Russell won the MVP that season. But Jerry West was like 36 and 8. Who else? Who's Elgin Baylor? Elgin Baylor averaged like 27 and 18. Walt Bellamy. The numbers were crazy. You go look at the top 6 guys in the MVP race, and probably any other year they win it. But Russell won it that year. And I think we're going to go back 25, 30 years from now. We're going to look, they're going to pull up Nikola Jokic's numbers, and they're going to say, ain't no way in hell. If he didn't win the MVP, who did?
Right.
Because that's the conversation we're having now. Like you said, hold on. We'll average 50 and 25 and didn't win the MVP? No.
Boston, Bill Russell must have been putting belt to ass.
They did. Well, they won 8 straight titles. So yeah, they told everybody they were tearing everybody. And then we'll say, y'all were playing with me. Then he came back and averaged 44 and 27 the next year. Just to let y'all know it wasn't a fluke.